Hello and welcome to the Sports Centre YouTube channel. So, after about an hour's worth of some audio problems, we've finally got going on this episode where I want to talk about West Ham. So, we listen to Talksport quite a lot, don't we, Carl? For anyone who probably listens to us podcasting that, they'll have picked up on that already.
They'll know.
Yeah. And I often have this conversation with my dad on a weekend when we're going to footy. What is the deal with West Ham fans? Because from the outside looking in, and don't get me wrong, I'm not a West Ham fan. I don't really watch them unless it's on match at day or my team are playing them. So I
They're
can't
playing
say
Liverpool,
that,
playing your team.
yeah. So I can't say that I've got a great knowledge of how they play, how they set up, and all the rest. But I just think to myself, you West Ham, like you hear all the fans saying, Moyes out, Moyes out, Moyes out. And I'm just thinking, you're probably in the best position I can ever remember West Ham being since I were a kid, since I've ever watched football.
Well, let's think about it, right? Think about it. So they're not top four worthy.
No.
They're not fifth. They're not sixth. They're probably not seventh. They're, but they're in and around seventh, eighth. And at the minute, they are top of their league. They're not going to
Right.
be. They're not better than Man City. They're not better than Arsenal. They're not better than Liverpool. They're not better than what was the other one? Spurs. They're not.
If you rewind
They're not
back
better than Man United.
to when we were teenagers, which is jogging your memory back a bit now, but West Ham were an up and downy team, weren't they?
Yeah. Sometimes they finish top half. Sometimes they finish bottom half.
They
They
were they
are
were
the
going
they are
down.
well, they went down. They were down for a couple of years, weren't
That's what I'm saying. So as much as I've known West Ham, they've been a very, very yo-yo team. I mean, when we were kids, they were scrapping for relegation season in, season out most times, weren't they?
they? Yeah,
And this is
yeah,
what I just don't get. I don't get it at all. And so I've done a bit of background into it. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to go back 10 years. So I've gone back 10 years now through the previous seasons. So starting 2013, they finished 13th. 2014-15, they finished 12th. So again, outside the top 10. 15-16, they finished 7th under Bilic, with Bilic in charge. 16-17, they finished 11th. So again, outside the top 10. 17-18, that's when Moyes came in. So Moyes came in, I think, in
first time
November.
round.
First time round. He came in November and stayed until end of season. They finished 13th. 18-19. So this is when they had a bit of a shift and they tried going for that, I want to say, like high profile manager. So they bought Pellegrini, if you remember. Failed. They finished 10th in the first season. And then in his second season, he got sacked and they brought Moyes back in December, at the end of December. So Moyes had him
Yeah,
from basically beginning of January because he came in on the 30th of December. So from the beginning of Jan till the end of the season. And they finished 16th, so they basically only just stayed up that season. And that was
he kept them up.
1920. Yeah. So ever since then, Moyes has been in charge. So after that, they finished season 2021 in sixth. They finished 21-22 in seventh. A bit of a down season, 22-23, 14th. And obviously this season, they are where they are. I think they're currently sitting in seventh, eighth, are they?
I think, but the point is they might have finished in a bit of a low position last season, but they also won a European Cup.
And that as well. It's just mental. So
I mean,
I'm
so
going to
they won a
go right.
European. They
So
won a European. They won a European Cup. Dan. They're in quarterfinals at European Cup this season. They're sitting seventh. They might not be most entertaining, but they've been moaning like hell about we'd constantly leak goals, leak goals, leak goals. But they are pretty hard to score against. They are very defensively minded. It's only because they've got glass back Antonio up front that can't score that many goals.
yeah,
if they had a proper striker up front, they'd be fine because Paqueta finds any man and his dog. Jared
Well,
Bollins fucking scores bags of them.
this was one of
So
the
they've got
points I
plenty
was
of
going to say
attacking.
as well. Now the signings they've got now, uh, miles
Alvarez,
better than So you go through the squad. They've got Zuma. He's a decent centre half. He's a good centre half. He's not your top tier
slug,
elite, is he? But I think he's at the group below. He's a decent centre half.
Tarkovsky level. He's a bit of a slug.
Who? Zuma.
Tarkovsky.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tarkovsky level. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Mm.
But then you've got you were saying Paqueta, Bowen. Oh God,
Tudor.
that's his name. I'd literally his name just lost me. He's good. He's dangerous.
Rapid.
And if you remember as well, they signed oh my day, what's his name now? That are absolutely
Alvarez.
no. A few years ago, they signed a striker for like 40 million, and he flopped really bad. And then he went. I
The
think he just
Italian. Scamacca.
no. Oh my
Scamacca
gosh.
from Italian.
No, it's not him. Although he came
Haller.
highly rated, didn't he?
Sebastian Haller.
Haller, that's the guy. Sebastian Haller, yeah, he came with not a massive reputation, but he'd just done really well, hadn't he? But then he left West Ham, and
He's
he was
doing
shit
well
out
now, though.
again. That's what I mean. He's doing well now again.
Yeah.
So this is what I mean. I just don't get it. And the big thing the thing that stands out to me when I listen to like West Ham fans on Talksport or online is they're all saying the style of football, the style of football. But I'm thinking, what would you rather be? Would you rather
What do you
play
expect?
exactly? What are you expecting?
That's
And
what I'm
everyone
saying. So they're defensively sound. So therefore they're not leaking goals. What do they want? They want to be open at the back and scoring loads of goals and still not really getting anywhere.
exactly.
Whatever
So
they do, they're at their ceiling point.
yeah, if Moyes played expansive football, don't get me wrong, he could play it, but like you say, they're not good enough at the back to keep the door shut. So therefore, he's built a counter attacking team, hasn't
Yeah, yeah.
he? And you've got Bowen on one wing. I know he plays up front every now and again as a false nine, but you've got Bowen on one side, you've got Kudus on the other. You've got pace in abundance there, and you've got Paqueta in the middle of the park pulling the strings. Who's going to find those diagonal balls to hit teams on the counter attack and find that killer pass? So for me, I just think, like I say, I don't watch him
They need
week
to
in,
pipe
week
the
out.
fuck down.
Yeah,
Pipe
you just
down.
need to
They
fucking
need to
shut
pipe
up.
down and just actually and appreciate what you've actually got because it's not that bad. I mean, look at Bournemouth, Palace, Brentford, all these teams, hell of a lot worse off than what West Ham are.
Yeah. Do you know what it's funny is? I actually want Moyes to. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a massive fan of David Moyes. He's one of those.
I want him to walk. I want him to walk away.
Yeah, I do. I want him to walk away, and then I want him to go down in shit,
Go fuck you,
and then they'll soon realise.
as he's walking out like that. Fuck you.
Well, he had that bit of a passing comment, didn't he? I think it just after Christmas, where he basically was on about his contract, and he kind of said, didn't he? I've got a new contract on the table. I'm just going to see how things lie. And I think
He's a
he'll
decent
just
manager.
wait
He
it
did
out
well.
and go on, mate. What are you
He
saying?
did well at Everton. Done well at West Ham. So he's a decent manager. He might be a bit of a boring person, but a decent manager. Done well at Everton. Did well at West Ham. Yeah, we're unlucky at Man United, but that was ridiculous. Trying to take over what he would taking over.
Well,
But
I mean,
decent manager. Then I think they just need to wake up and realise that they've actually got something better. I was about to bring Slaven Bilic or Pellegrini back in. Let's see you more then.
well, this is what I mean. They've tried those. Well, especially with Pellegrini. You're more free flowing managers, and it just didn't work. So I just think to myself, what would you rather be? Playing open football and basically scrapping around with Crystal Palace round 15th, 16th, and those kind of places? Or would you rather keep it tight, play counter-attacking football? Yeah, fair enough. You're going to get probably dicked a few, maybe every, I don't know, 1 in 5, 1 in 6 or whatever. But you're actually going to win football games. You're competing in European tournaments, which has never been heard of for West Ham as long as I've been alive anyway.
No,
and you've actually won
I
one of them.
hope in a way that West. I hope West Ham beat Leverkusen this week. I don't think they will, but if they beat Leverkusen, for two reasons: one, for Moyes to go fuck you, and the other reason is it'll if depending on how West Ham and Arsenal do, will depend on whether we get fifth spot in Champions League, doesn't it? Like fifth
Well,
place in the
it
Champions
might
League
help
spot.
us as well because I'd rather play West Ham in Europa League latter
The
stages than
Leverkusen.
Leverkusen. Yeah.
Yeah,
So come on,
yeah.
Moisey.
But
David
yeah,
Moyes is a football genius.
but
That's what we like to say at Anfield. He used to get some shit. He
yeah,
did.
yeah. I
Yeah,
bet you weren't
dear.
saying that when you were in charge of Everton.
You what? When he was in charge of Everton,
But, yeah,
that's
so
what
you
we
weren't
used to
saying you were
sing
a
to him.
genius then,
That's what we used to sing to him.
is it?
Yeah, basically we're taking piss because they was shit. Oh dear. Anyway, I think we've concluded, haven't we, Carl, that West Ham fans need to shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, get over yourself, and be thankful for what you've got because there's a lot worse off than you.
Well, I mean, just before we wrap it up, as a Newcastle fan, do you know what I mean? You'd fucking. I'm not having a dig here, like, but imagine winning a European trophy and then
You,
still slating your manager the season after.
I'd take any cup right now, European Conference or not. I couldn't care less to be buzzing with that, and West Ham
Exactly.
should be buzzing with that.
Anyway,
And
right?
then it's same tournament again season after. You should be happy with that.
Too right.
Dickheads. I hate it.
Right, Carl. Good chat as always.
All right, mate.
Right,
Catch you
guys.
in a bit.
Yeah, thanks for watching the Sports Centre. As always, if you can keep liking the content, keep sharing the content, subscribe to the content, and yeah, catch you on the next one. Ta-ra for now.